Good afternoon. This is Sunshine Report. Uluwatoyin Omodara is my name. The Ondo State government has sealed one of the biggest quarry companies in Nigeria, Water Investment Limited, for non-tax remittance. The company was accused of owing the state a total sum of 217 million naira and refused response to several notices. Omorio Language reports that the company is among 3 business outfits sealed in Odigbo local government area of Ondo State. Among the companies affected by the enforcement are Water Investment Limited, Ajiwobo Sawmill, and a fueling station, Optima Energy. A new Assistant Inspector General of Police has assumed office in charge of the Nigeria Police Force Zone 17, Akure, comprising Ondo and Ekiti State. Is Mr. Mohammed Akira, who resumed duty in Akure, the Ondo State capital, today. Mr. Akira promised on behalf of the Nigeria Police Force full cooperation with security agencies for the protection of lives and property in the 2 states. Akira described Ondo and Ekiti states as peaceful and blessed, adding that the police would do everything to maintain the peace being enjoyed by the inhabitants. The leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria in Ondo State has commended Governor Oluwatimi Akeredolu for showing leadership, empathy, courage, and love since the unfortunate Owo church terror attack. The religious leaders, during their condolence visits to the governor in Akure over the killings of worshippers at St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, applauded him for not politicizing the state's development. Governor Akeredolu appreciated them for the visit, noting that security consciousness should be everyone's watchword in the state. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole reports that the governor also had in audience the leadership of Christian Lawyers Fellowship of Nigeria.
Reverend Father Anselm Olugunwa led the state officials of the Christian Association of Nigeria to the Cocoa Conference Hall of the Governor's Office in Akure to condole with the government and the people following the recent terror attack in Owo. The cleric applauded Governor Akeredolu for the defining governance in the state through purposeful leadership. According to him, churches in the state are not unmindful of the bold steps taken by the governor to secure the state and its people. He acknowledged the need to restructure the country as being canvassed by the governor.
Your actions and inactions from the first birthday is an incident happened till date have demonstrated your love and care as the sheep shepherd of the good people of your state.
Governor Akeredolu, who appreciated them for the visit, called for concerted efforts by everyone towards winning the fight against insecurity in the state and the country. He used the occasion to appreciate the body of Christ for the mass organized for the deceased of the unfortunate incident.
Many incidents have happened in this country over times. Some worse than this. I'm not too sure whether I have attracted any attention. What is this here? Your power is autonomous. Catholic Church, both the House of Commons, American everybody, that they are almost their hand completely see that in the genocide in Nigeria. But they gave one thing, evidence is simply that there is terrorism. I do agree with you, Mr. Chairman, when you said together. Security of fire and carry activity to put in place. Varieties and work and varieties and the government action plan as before. I agree with you.
Meanwhile, the governor also had in audience the leadership of the Southwest Christian Lawyers Fellowship of Nigeria, who was in the state on a condolence visit. The regional coordinator, Osrc, described the attack as wicked and barbaric and called for speedy process towards apprehending the perpetrators.
The Christian Lawyers Fellowship are standing with you in prayers, standing with you in every way we can be of assistance. We know what it took the entire Southwest to have a temple in place. We know the limitations. But in the midst of everything, you have stood firm and you are giving us hope that even in this nation, there are still people that can stand.
Governor Akeredolu said his administration is more committed to the protection of lives and property of residents.
Nigeria is prayers. So continue to assist Nigerian prayers. Pray for this country so that there can be change. Pray for this country because when the people come together and pray, the nation can be saved. Is that also? Yes, the nation can be saved.
He appealed to all Nigerians to always be sensitive to happenings in their environment and be security conscious. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
The Olubaka of Okaland, Oba Adebori Adeleye, says the unabated killings and violent crimes in Nigeria is a wake-up call for citizens to see security of lives and properties as a collective responsibility. Oba Adeleye threw the challenge while declaring open a one-day Oka Security Summit at the Community Town Hall, where security experts and various groups and associations dissected the best ways of guaranteeing safety of lives and properties in Okaland. Osrc's Richard Somi reports that the event, which is the third in the series, is to sensitize members of the community on security consciousness and to find lasting solutions to incessant security threat in Oka.
Though security is the primary responsibility of government, the rising spate of killings and violent crimes in Nigeria has made protection of lives and properties everyone's business. This informed the Oka Security Summit, where community and religious leaders, market traders association, youth and student leaders, security agencies, driver and riders unions, hunters among others came together to fashion out the best ways of securing the town. Declaring the summit open, the Olubaka Oba Adebori Adeleye opened his address with a minute silence for victims of our massacre, said growing security threats in the country is a wake-up call for individuals and communities to see security as a collective responsibility, while commending Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu for demonstrating political will to secure the state. Oba Adeleye urged his subjects to be security conscious and furnish security agencies with information on suspicious persons and movements.
A communique will be issued and will direct all the quarters, all the segments in the community, go through their security committee to implement them for the security of lives and property of our people. We are doing this to complement the effort of Mr. Governor, who has done a lot in the area of security, not only in the Ondo State, but in the whole of Southwest.
Resource persons later took turns to give security tips to residents, especially on the theme of the summit, which centered on the precautionary measures against the activities of hoodlums and menaces of security threats in Okaland.
Is extremely important. The
The lawmaker representing Akoko Southwest Constituency 1 in the Ondo State House of Assembly, Olubenga Omole, said the summit came at a time that the Assembly is amending the law establishing a Amotekun Corps to further strengthen the agency for effective performance.
We have to tinker with the Amotekun bill and and I'm a member of that security committee. We are looking at the law to give more backing to Amotekun in terms of procurement of more sophisticated weapons and more technology to be deployed. So we are supporting the government in terms of security.
The summit is the third in this series as the town continues to mobilize residents and groups to join forces with security agencies to guarantee safety of lives and properties in Okaland. From Okakoko, Richard Ilesoni, Osrc News.
Vote buying has unconsciously crept into Nigeria's political trajectory, and to all intents and purposes, the abnormality seems to be enjoying its momentum. But most patriotic Nigerians have raised the red flag, arguing that vote buying is not a good road to travel, as the country's democracy slides into a ditch. Juliet Bona reports that the consensus raises a grave concern about the unholy transaction.
They say seeing is believing. These two young ladies allegedly flaunting money received after selling their votes to buyer or buyers, as the case may be, on behalf of party candidates or candidates. It has become an open transaction and gladly embraced by electorates as a share of national cake. A clear departure from those days when rampant and widespread ballot box snatching, political thuggery, and falsification of figures as collation centers defined election rigging in Nigeria. Today, vote buying and selling is the name of the game. Election observers, monitoring groups, and civil society organizations have coined vote buying as a new way of rigging elections by political actors in the country. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) was said to have arrested some persons for alleged vote buying during the recent governorship election in Ekiti State. While vote buying is punishable under the Nigerian Electoral Act, but the enforcement of the law remains a challenge.
To hash out a serious plan on how to enforce it. Enforcement. For instance, some people are arrested in Ekiti. Let's get these people to court. Let them be prosecuted. Not just them, let's get more people. In some of these communities, some of these streets, they know the agents or parties who distribute this money. Some of them get this money the night before, or that money, or the morning of the election. Let's raid those rumored agents of political parties who are coming to distribute money. Let's raid them in the morning, let's raid them at night. Or if anytime anybody we find cash upon around the polling unit, let's arrest them. Let's prosecute them. By the time we start using people as examples, everybody will sit up. But the way we have done it now, we're making it free for all.
There's supposed to be a mobile court. Once you are caught and evidence is abound, something's supposed to happen immediately.
Referencing the just concluded governorship election in Ekiti State, an observer, Mr. Martins Alo, prescribed technology as one of the ways out of monetary inducement during elections.
To reduce the cost that we are spending on election. You see, a lot of things, if we introduce this technology, it will help us. It will develop our society. It will develop us mentally, and the people, also voters, also we have another knowledge of to know who they want to vote for, not the people just coming with the money or people with fame or whatever. We have a lot of people that they just have fame, but they don't have anything upset to give to people. You see, all this level, technology will minimize. To do is to restructure the country. That's desperation on the part. Then you make a political offices less attractive.
There is palpable fear that if the phenomenon of vote buying and selling is not nipped in the bud, the credibility of Nigeria's electoral system hangs dangerously in the balance, and political scientists say we must rise to the challenge. Juliet Buna, Osrc News.
Residents of Akure, the Ondo State capital, have been guaranteed affordable, safe and hygienic portable drinking water. The chairman of the Association of Table Water Producer in Akure Zone, Mr. Rotimi Makpai, spoke at the inauguration of the new executives of the zone in the state capital. Kunle Ario has the detail. It was another time for members of the Association of Table Water Producers in Akure, Ondo State Capital, to elect leaders who will pilot the affairs of the association. After a peaceful election, Mr. Rotimi Makwaji emerged the chairman. Mr. Adebayo Akindele emerged as the secretary.
We serve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the
In his acceptance speech, Mr. Makwaji assured the public of quality water supply and vowed to get the industry rid of unscrupulous elements who engage in practices that endanger the health of the populace. He said the association will synergize with the government and various regulatory bodies to sanitize the industry and ensure that the people's health is not jeopardized with substandard and unhygienic water. He appreciated members of the association for the confidence reposed in him and other executive members to steer the affairs of the association, promising to provide quality leadership that will benefit members and society.
God on our side, will do our best to reorganize the association in accordance to the Constitution. We will foster unity and rebuild trust amongst ourselves.
The General Secretary of the Association, Mr. Adebayo Akindele, enumerated the importance of safe water to the body and promised to do everything within his capacity to provide quality and responsible leadership.
To plan this election and the elections being conducted, may his glory, may his name be glorified. This inauguration we are doing today is a new dawn in the association.
The state chairman of the association, Stephen Bolawole, commended the zone for the peaceful conduct of the election and promised to facilitate strong relationships among all zones in the state. He enjoined the executives to remain focused and do everything within their power to sanitize the industry.
It was seamless, no drama, no problem there. And when you look at this new crop of executive, you discover that we feel our position in
The new executive members are Wole Oluwashuyi, Vice Chairman 1, Mr. Omoniji Oyelewa, Vice Chairman 2, Mr. Akimbode Oluwarotimi, Vice Chairman 3, Mrs. Abisoroye, Welfare Officer. Others are Mrs. Abimbola Abe, Treasurer, Mrs. Ibrahim Bosede, Financial Secretary, and Mr. Igbason, the Public Relations Officer. Tunle Aruyo, Osrc News. 19 teams will compete for medals and cash prizes at the 4th edition of the annual Akogun football competition in Oka, Akoko Southwest local government area of Ondo State. Sponsor of the competition and lawmaker representing Akoko Southwest constituency in Ondo State House of Assembly, Olugbenga Omole, made the announcement when unveiling the trophy for the tournament on Saturday. Osrc's Richard Elesomi completes the story.
Aside from serving as a catalyst for the development of grassroots sports, the annual Akogun football competition held in Oka has in the last 4 years become a veritable platform for sporting soccer stars in Akoko Southwest local government area. The 4th edition of the competition is due to commence, and the sponsor, Akogun Olugbenga Omole, is here with the trophy and other materials for the tournament expected to start on Monday 27th of June.
For the 4th edition of Akogun football competition.
Unveiling the trophy at a meeting with representatives of the participating teams and officials, Omole, who is the spokesman of the Ondo State House of Assembly, said the winner and the runner-up will smile home with mouth-watering prizes, and the participating teams will also receive cash rewards.
And this is an improvement of last year. Last year we have 16 teams that participated. This year we have an improvement. We have 19 clubs that register for this competition. So it's a way of giving back to the society.
The competition, which is part of the activities to celebrate the annual Local Day, will culminate in August this year and the spotted players were given a shoulder to lean on their quest to become professional footballers in Nigeria and international football leagues.
Some of our products are already plying their trades in the Nigerian Professional League. I got a call that two of the products of this competition, one of the team is here now, two of them have been shortlisted for a trial in Spain, and that gladdens my heart. Like the joy is that to see a number of our youths here doing well, I mean playing football in Europe, that is my joy, and I will continue to do this. I won't stop.
Some of the stars discovered from previous editions spoke with Osrc, thanked Omole for providing them the platform to discover their football talents.
We have gained a lot. We have seen a lot of stars. Even just as recent, we went for a trial in Ibadan. By the grace of God, two of our players were selected, and they started from this grassroots sports and all that. So we thank God. So if not because of the benefit of this, I know we might have just lost such an opportunity.
Since the beginning of this tournament, as in it has been wow. So I participated, I played, but my team did not used to enter final. No, we've entered final, we won. So I've collected medal from this tournament, and again a lot. Even my brother has been picked.
Starting from Monday, participating teams will test their strength on the field and show their skills as they compete for the sponsors' prizes and other incentives attached. From Okakoko, Richard Ilesomi, Osrc News.
Still talking football, Sunshine Stars hope of a top 3 finish in the 2021-2022 NPFL season is still realizable following a 2-1 win over MFM Football Club of Lagos. Playing at the Ondo State Sports Complex in Akure, Sunshine Stars opened scoring as early as the 12th minute through midfielder Aziz Ajagbe, who finished off a sweeping team move on a break with Leonard Ugochukwu supplying the final ball. While Sunshine Stars dominated the first 45 minutes, the visitors mustered a chance before the break, forcing Jafet Opobo to a fingertip save in the 26th minute. The visitors resumed the second half with renewed energy. Regardless, Sunshine Stars doubled the advantage in the 61st minute through Braddon AK, who smashed home from close range after a solo run. With 15 minutes left on the clock, MFM substitute David Undoka pulled on back for the visitors, but it was too little, too late. With 2 points adrift of third place Remo Stars, who lost 2-3 at Katsina United. Sunshine Stars must garner maximum points against Dakada, Atland and Remo to be assured of a continental ticket. And that's it on Sunshine Report. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon.